Hello everyone. We have Mr. Raju here with us. He has secured All India rank 871 and he is currently Assistant Commandant CRPF. He was in the Bastar area. And Mr. Raju, if you could tell us something about your family, how your family background is and how your family supported through the journey.
First of all, thank you, ma'am, to giving opportunity to interact with you and all the students. My father is a primary teacher. He was a primary teacher. He retired as a headmaster. My mother is housewife. I have one sister. She got married, and I married in 2023. My wife is also in the state services.
That's in Maharashtra.
In Maharashtra. I did my schooling from Namdeo Vidyalaya, Nasik only.
Yes.
Then graduated from NIT Nagpur as a mechanical engineer. Pass out from 2014. There onwards, in Coal India and CAPF.
Yeah.
So mostly my education or schooling education was in a rural background only.
Navodaya must have helped you a lot with your background. Yeah.
It was a game changer for me.
Yes.
Because my thinking level broadened in Navodaya only. It has provided the co-education, physical training also, as well as the CBSE board has helped me a lot.
Yes.
Earlier it was Marathi board, but the teacher and the environment Navodaya has provided, it was immensely helpful.
That's great. Education can change many things. There's still things like recently in Rajasthan, due to heavy rains, one primary school, there was a wall that collapsed. It really bothers me even now when I think about it, that 75 years after independence, our schools are still in this condition. So there's a long way that we have to go.
There are not many works to do.
Yes. So we hope, you will get opportunity to work in education as well.
Certainly.
I'm sure.
I would love to work in education.
That would be wonderful. You already did very good work in the tribal school that you set up in Bastar. So, Mr. Raju, please tell us what inspired you to choose civil services?
My journey started from 2017, civil services particularly. I was passed out from 2014, NIT Nagpur Mechanical Engineering, and got placed into Coal India Limited as an assistant manager.
Yes.
I worked there for 5 years. From 2017, I have started preparation for civil services, as that job was quite technical and monotonous. So I was looking for the better opportunities and diversified job.
Yeah.
So I started preparation. And 2018, civil services, I appeared for interview in forest also, and I appeared for interview.
Both forest also interview.
Yes, but not get into this by 6 and 11 marks. But fortunately, I cleared the CAPF examination in 2017 only, but I took extension. The joining came in 2020. So I joined, and due to Corona and training period, I have not appeared for the further attempts of the civil services. But later on, after getting posted in Bastar, the Naxal hotbed, I again started preparation there. So in the last year, 2024, I appeared and got selected.
And we're very happy for that, and we believe that you are one of those persons from the interaction that we had during your preparation. One of those persons who is not just doing a job, but you are dedicated towards what you're doing, that you have to bring change. So if you could tell us something about your job as when you were assistant commandant, how the CAPF job was and what challenges you faced and how did you overcome them and achievements that you've done.
My job, if I say particularly, then each day of my job, I remembered as a memory or a historic moment for me. Because what we see from outside and what we see from inside is very different. Outside, we see the glamour of the service, but on ground, actually we have to work very hard. It is the tough job actually.
Yes.
On the first posting, I got this Naxal hotbed. They posted in tribal area plus Naxal area, so it was tough to cope up with. But eventually, after getting in the confidence of the local people, we started getting good results. So we started. Means I personally took initiative to teach the students in the camp itself. Later on, it was recognized by district DM and SP. So they have sanctioned school there. Later on, it was a place where we have hoisted the flag after 75 years of independence.
Yes, that's a big achievement.
Yes.
To actually, I mean, getting the trust of the local people.
Right.
I think that is a big achievement that you've made there. Yes.
It took efforts also, and my team was also good. So they are also making each. My vision was very clear, and they are means trying for implement this. So later on, road, electricity, all these came, and we also tried to means those Naxals who were under trials in the jails. We also, by talking to SP sir and the advocates, we also left them from jail.
Yes.
So it was again good point for me.
Yes.
By these peoples are earlier very resentful and fearful.
Yes.
So what due to this initiative, their means trust building initiative, we are also achieve the surrender of 7 Naxals in my capacity.
That's nice.
So it was good
Great.
achievement for me. And then today the condition is like that, and the area is completely Naxal free declared by government.
That's an amazing achievement. Especially the incident that you mentioned, that after 75 years, elections were conducted in that area.
It was also that school was polling booth for the means after 75 years of independence, and they realize the mainstream, or they are getting connected to mainstream. So first time they have voted, first time we made the Aadhaar card, first time birth certificate, even some government scheme we have implemented there for old age pensions and Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana.
Yes.
So first time they look the different government, means they look differently to government. Earlier the government was Naxal only for them.
Yes.
Kha Panchayat was there.
Yes.
But it was historic moment that we bring them into the democratic system.
That's really good, So there are some people who think, democracy is not really working well, but bringing democracy to an area where there are no basic necessities also is a great achievement. I think it's the people, how we run our democracy is what determines how our country moves forward as well. So coming from the civil services background, how did that help you? Not every CAPF assistant commandant would be preparing for civil services, right? So how was the civil services preparation useful for you? Especially you're an anthropology student,
yes,
right?
ma'am.
So how did that help you with?
Anthropology helped me a lot because it helped me to understand the tribe itself, their culture, which helped me to understand their culture and helped me to betterly connect with them.
Yes.
So mostly the Gondi people, Madia Gondi people. I also studied in anthropology as a tribal anthropology. So it immensely helped me to connect with them, their culture. Even I wrote their case studies in my mains answers.
Wow, that's nice. First-hand case studies that you would have seen yourself.
All my ground case studies I wrote in the mains, and I think that is the reason they give 260 marks in anthropology.
That's nice. That's nice. So, how is there are a lot of governance aspects and a lot of issues that we see. Even with having government services in certain tribal areas, we still see it's hard to change mindsets, to bring students into mainstream education. But do you really think education for tribal children should be the same way as it is for any other place. What is your opinion from your case study of that area that you
according to my personal experience, my personal opinion, there should be a different we should treat them differently, because the culture should be added to their part of study. We should teach them not only in Hindi or English, but as their own mother tongue, Gondi language. Gondi scripts need to be in the written form.
Up to what class do you think?
At least up to 5th standard or 4th standard, mother tongue should be taught. And later on we can merge them into mainstream, but their culture should be intact with them.
Yes.
They are very emotional towards their culture, and they are very attached to their culture. So every scheme we should not directly implement or trickle down to them.
For example, if you could give us an example of any scheme that might have been designed for the general India, like maybe urban, keeping urban and rural people in mind. So is there any specific scheme that you can think of that had to be tailored down for the tribal areas?
Like first, in case of education, we can see that Gondi language should be their primary language, and a Gondi teacher should be appointed if we implement the scheme like Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, they are living in the hamlets, pockets of tribal region. It should be customized according to their culture or their settlement pattern.
The building material that they use for their settlements.
Yes. Should not be imbibed. Whatever the natural material they are using, or in case of generally what government try to do is in combined settlement, or at one place they want to bring them, but they are living in the hamlets, pockets, or near in jungles. So we have to approach them for their necessities like this. And basic things are like drinking water and all these things are
still
not available. So it is our duty to respond their
borewells is one thing that can be done. So ITDAs in the area that you have worked, I don't think ITDA is also working in
no government
agencies working.
Only because of the Naxalism, to no government agencies. Government agencies are also very much fearful force.
But you have finally break through that barrier. So now, what do you think ITDA is, if you think about any changes that can happen in the ITDAs that are currently working in different tribal belts also. If Bastar is supposed to have an ITDA, would it be any different?
There are models like Dantewada models, which the O.P. Chaudhary, the IAS, that sir has implemented very well, that education pattern, which can be reflected in the Bastar, on the whole Bastar region. That could be the best for the education. And health facilities were also according to their culture only. There are one Siraha, we say, shaman in the tribes. They are listening to them more rather than MBBS doctor. So all the health policies should be implemented with the concern of them also, that you should take the advice of that your shaman or your own tribe doctor as well as this doctor. So they are more it will be more helpful.
Do you think the tribe doctor would work with whoever the government appoints there?
Yes, there are some.
They are
examples.
open to that. Okay.
Means in first confrontation they will not work, but we have to work for them.
Yeah.
Means eventually, gradually, they will come.
True. And one big thing with the institutionalization of the births, especially in tribal areas. Deliveries.
Institutional delivery.
Yeah, that is one thing that was tough in many districts, to convince them to send the wife to a place where she can have a proper delivery. So do you think there is a infant mortality rate and MMR. Is it high in
Yes,
the
yes,
areas?
still there is high. I have seen many infant mortality rate in front of me. But this primary healthcare center needs to be enhanced, or ambulance. First, we have to make the roads only, because ambulance will go after the road. A road is the very basic infrastructure which we have to connect all these tribal hamlets. Later on, the PSC. Later on, we have to focus on health and education. There are a lot to do in the tribal areas. Even the officer posted in the tribal areas should be trained separately. Means if IAS train in Labasana, then it has a different induction training when it got posted in Chhattisgarh cadre or Bastar region.
Yes.
Means after 3 months or 6 months should be induction training to know their culture, their ways of handling the issues.
True. Yeah, that is very important to connect with the people, especially something that has been away from the rest of India for so long.
It is in mainland India, but if you go on the ground, you cannot imagine that is mainland India, and it is so much different, like 70 years back from the mainstream.
Yes, true. That's a breakthrough you have achieved, and if you could tell students about, your story is one of those inspirational things, because you've been working and also preparing for civil service, and that too, you've not been doing a desk job. You had to be on the ground, on the field, connect with the people, build their trust, and all this within the 4.5 years that you were in the Bastar region. That was your first training area, and you also had to make all these changes. So balancing that with preparation, how was it? How was the attire?
Balancing was quite tough, but I think UPSC demands consistency.
Yes.
What I did is consistently follow the my notes and consistently follow the timetable, which helped me to put myself on the UPSC preparation line. Like there are the very busy schedule, like morning 6 o'clock to nights 6 o'clock, or 2 days 3 days operations in jungle operation I used to busy. But what I did that if in the morning 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock 2 hours I get time for the preparation. I had prepared my notes, so in the morning hours I used to study 2 hours, in the evening 2 hours. Consistently I studied for 1 year, so it helped me a lot. Even my wife, she was also preparing for UPSC.
Oh, nice.
So we used to talk or discuss the topics. So, and in the time of mains, I took leave for 2 months. So intensively studied on these days. But I think for those students who are in the job, I would say consistency is the key.
Yes, true. Many people think I should study for X number of hours, like 16 hours a day or something. But many people, we are also trying to get students to understand that in civil services syllabus, previous year questions, being consistent, keeping your notes crisp and concise is very important to hit the nail on its head. So what advice would you give for students, preparing when they're preparing for prelims? We'll just go one by one with prelims. What do you think is the?
I think for prelim there are some basic sets of books are there, standard books are there. We have to make what I personally did. I have made notes out of all the books, and I was referring that notes only multiple times. Revision is the key for this. Keep your sources limited and multiple revision. And when you are attempting the objective type of question or MCQs, what mistake you did earlier, you have to rectify that mistakes, and you should not do it again.
Yes,
that is the key.
That is very important, because many just write a mock test and they don't go back and check why they made that mistake, or if it's a silly mistake, if it's a concept that they should revise.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If they made any mistake, they have to put it in their note or those notes and revise it again, so that the mistake could not repeat again.
True. So coming to mains, what is your advice to students regarding mains preparations?
Coming to mains, I would say write daily. I used to write 1 hour or 1.5 hour daily, means in time bound manner. So one of the challenge is that completion of paper itself in 3 hours. And then if you are able to complete the paper, then value addition is the second thing. First thing, for completion of paper, you have to write daily or in a time bound manner by any means. Then for value addition, I've made notes for each theme wise notes for in GS1, GS2, GS3, and ethics. And mainly my focus was on essay, ethics, and optional.
Yes.
So optional could be all the notes should be ready before prelim only.
Yes.
In the gap in prelim and mains, you just have to revise that all the notes and write it in the mock test.
Yes.
That
is very important. Note making and keeping your notes crisp and concise. So according to syllabus and previous year questions, like you mentioned, thematically you have brought in value addition also. So if you could think about what changes you made from your 2019 attempt till now in your mains, what would it be? Like, was your focus the same back then, or something that you've changed in 2020?
I changed my optional from geography to anthropology. I shifted.
Yes.
But in geography, I got good marks, 270, but in anthropology, 260. But still, I got selected. It was due to interview, not due to mains.
So how was your interview preparation, if you could tell us? You're saying interview was the game changer in your case. So how was interview preparation?
Interview preparation was intense for me. I have given almost every mock. Sir also guided me in detail.
R.C.Reddy sir, yes.
R.C.Reddy sir also guided me in detail, and I like their questionnaires in detailing. So I approached them. But in interview, the most of the questions are from my job profile. And I was so in detail prepared for these questions. So I think that has made me crack the interview.
Yeah, you've given interview before also, right? In 2019, like you just mentioned. So how did the guidance at R.C.Reddy IAS Study Circle, how was it different from when you did interview before? Now, what are the things that you've learned from, you mentioned that there are very detailed way in which guidance was given. So what made you feel
in interview, the most of the 70% questions are from DAF only.
Yes.
We used to discuss the DAF, but each word of the DAF we used to discuss, and each question you ask me, I frame answer accordingly, and again rephrasing. That has helped me a lot, because most of the questions are from my background only, job profile, and Naxalism, Chhattisgarh, Bastar, my initiative. We already discussed all these things.
Yes.
That has benefited me.
I'm really happy for that. It's like to get an officer who has the vision and who has the heart to bring change is wonderful, and we're very glad that you made it into the service. So is this now service allocation will happen pretty soon, but whatever service you have received, are you happy? Would you be happy with that, or would you be going for civil service?
I will be happy with whatever service I will get, but I will try again.
Yes.
I will try for
You have a lot of experience. That's what I was also thinking, You have a mindset of looking at an area to develop it in a wholesome way, in an all-round way.
Yes, ma'am.
So you've worked closely with SPs, with IAS officers. Yes. So you have seen how one area can transform through. Yes. So I think you will be a great IAS or IPS also.
Thank you for your compliment.
Yes.
I will try my best.
Yes, that we would, we wish it wholeheartedly that you will make it to the service that you really want. But IRS, customs, or you'll be thinking audit service right now.
Account.
It'll definitely, you have come from, engineering background from Coal India to CAPF, and now seeing customs. So you will be one of those officers with such good understanding of various departments of the
Yes, ma'am.
government that will give you good segue. So we wish you all the best.
Thank you, ma'am.
We're very
Thank you so
happy for
much.
you.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity and interacting with you and the students also.
Great. Thank you.